Welcome to Alaska Weather, a production of Alaska Public Media and the National Weather Service, Alaska Region. Produced and broadcast daily from the studios of KAKM, Alaska Weather provides complete forecasts, public, marine, and aviation for all of Alaska. Alaska Weather is made possible by the following sponsors.
The National Weather Service.
Happy New Year, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us for Sunday's edition of Alaska Weather. Yesterday's satellite imagery showing a lot of high clouds here coming across the interior of the state. Another band up through there to the northwest, and a pretty strong low pressure area moving up toward the southern Russian coast. The main front right through here bringing the strong winds into the eastern Aleutians and Pribilofs, as well as much of the western interior, or the west coast area, eastern Bering Sea, pulling warm air northward. Otherwise, a nice day, light winds here over the southeast coast. And that same pattern continuing, some high clouds passing by, but generally light winds and pretty good conditions there for the Panhandle. Same thing here across the North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound, Kodiak, South Central Alaska. More clouds as you head north up there, but the main precipitation producing clouds back here to the west. And that front weakening, the low center tracking northward there, losing itself in the darkness of the Arctic, with the front trailing back right around through there, and another system pulling north of the Aleutians, but way out to the west here. A lot of snow showers, cold air swinging in behind that front, with some snow going on today at AKwx. On the chart, still pretty windy conditions here across the Alaska Peninsula, with periods of rain all the way back to the eastern Aleutians there. The front generally in that location. Northward, rain over the Kuskokwim Delta, Yukon, kind of a mixed condition around that. And it was mostly snow there over the Seward Peninsula on northward, and still some pretty gusty winds with that front. Still gusting to 60 miles an hour, Cape Newenham, right there this afternoon, and to 45 miles an hour at Cape Romanzoff, and then Point Hope up here, or Cape Lisburne, having gusts to about 45 miles an hour, all starting to come down here, especially behind the front as it pushes eastward. And so winds trending downward, but they're going to stay pretty gusty here, especially Nunivak Island on down to the south, eastern Bering Sea, as the front just edges eastward a little bit. Lighter winds back over the Pribilofs, over the eastern Aleutians, and actually some rain this afternoon reported at Ambler there. Barrow had some brief freezing drizzle with just a burst of very light snow as mostly that warm front kicked off to the east, and so that moisture's even exited the eastern Arctic coast. Just a lot of clouds through here, more clearing down to the south, although patchy fog starting to form around Cook Inlet, Anchorage, and possibly even the southeast coast. Could get into some areas of low clouds and fog for tonight due to the lack of wind across the area, especially here the North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound, South Central Alaska. 1,037 millibar high right in over the area, so light winds and mostly clear skies here, again from the Gulf right up the eastern interior and out to the west. That stalled low pressure area, one wave scooting northward there towards St. Lawrence Island, may bring some snow into the area there tonight, light amounts of snow, and the warm front right in through here, mostly in the form of snow there, and the heaviest amounts along and south of the Brooks Range on the west side there, nothing to the east. Southwest flow, dry conditions to the Arctic coast, just a lot of clouds, and again, mixed precipitation, Norton Sound off to the southwest, staying in the form of rain mostly here, Yukon Kuskokwim Delta, on down to the Alaska Peninsula, staying wet with the gusty winds, gale force winds here, again in advance of the front, from the Bering Strait southward to the Alaska Peninsula, but really lightening up dramatically here as you get west of Falls Pass out toward the eastern Aleutians. Possible clearing with an end to the precipitation for the Pribilofs, and then some more snow shower activity as that low today in about this position tracks up to near the coast later on tonight, about 3 a.m. in the morning. And then for Monday, no change here over the southeast coast. Mostly clear skies, definitely dry. Light winds, could be a little more of a breeze down over the southern areas, but the strongest winds will be down south of Dixon Entrance toward the Queen Charlottes. No change here, south central Alaska. Just increasing areas of low clouds and fog there, especially Cook Inlet, possibly Prince William Sound, or up into the valleys. Otherwise, no change. This front continues to weaken, but gale force winds holding in the forecast here for the southwest coast, but even lighter winds now coming up for the Alaska Peninsula. Under gale force there, just small craft advisories, periods of rain, patchy fog continuing there northward into the southwest interior, and then mostly snow here. Pretty gusty south winds still and southwesterlies ahead of that front there over the western Brooks Range, and windy conditions sweeping northeastward there across the north slope out to the Arctic coast. Downsloping conditions are going to keep it dry in that area, but along the southern slopes of the Brooks Range, that's where the best chance of snow will be. And definitely that'll be where the heaviest snowfall occurs. Otherwise, out to the west, we've got higher pressure developing right through here behind this front, and just a few troughs over the far western Bering Sea heading northeastward. And it looks like for Monday night and Tuesday, this front will slip eastward as high pressure builds over the eastern Bering Sea, and it should look something like this, just a trough right through here as that front pushes inland with an area of light snow from the southwest coast. Should be mostly in the form of snow now, all the way up to the northeast, there to the eastern Arctic coast, drying out behind, maybe some clearing, Kivalina, Nome, on up to the north slope. And really not too bad even over the northern Bering Sea. Most of this snow back to the west there, and some of that could reach the Bering Strait as well as the northwest coast there. Northwest of Kivalina, Point Hope, Cape Lisburne, best chance of getting into some light snow at times with that moisture field. Otherwise, this zone here will be pretty light on the snow and definitely a lot lighter on the winds. Maybe some mixed precipitation, showery type there for the Alaska Peninsula, but again, nothing significant. Light winds continue, low clouds and fog on the increase, especially Cook Inlet up toward Anchorage, Knik, Turnagain Arms, and those areas. And also here along the southeast coast, quite an area of IFR forecast to develop actually tonight and persist through Tuesday here off the coast. Some of that may creep eastward there to the Port Alexander, Sitka area especially on Tuesday. Temperatures down that way this afternoon in the 20s to upper 30s, 28 at Juneau, 26 Yakutat, there's a 36 at Sitka, 37 both at Annette and Heidelberg. Klawock had 34 degrees, and Petersburg 28. 27 up at Cordova, and 0 to 10 for the afternoon temperatures over the Copper River Basin. Same thing for the Tanana Valley here from Fairbanks eastward, except Delta up to 15, and Denali 36 degrees. Due to the higher elevation there is warmer air aloft. And then up to the north, teens and lower 20s with 30 degrees in Anatuvik, contrasting just 10 at Bettles. 34 Umiat Airfield. In fact, most of these temperatures here above freezing from the north slope on out to the Arctic coast. 34 Umiat Airfield, mid-30s eastern coast, and lower 30s on the west side. Lower to mid-30s there for the northwest, with Kotzebue up to 35 and Ambler 33 degrees. 38 at McGrath, with 40 degrees there at Sparivon with more elevation. Otherwise, mid to upper 30s, Yukon Kuskokwim Delta. Lower 30s right near freezing, Nome, Savunga, and Wales. And there's a 40-degree reading at Cape Newenham. Lower 30s here for the Pribilofs. Mid 30s here, Central Aleutians, right at the freeze mark there for Shimia. And 43 on Alaska. They were up to 45 earlier, and that was one of the warmer locations in the state today. Otherwise, the peninsula right on up into Bristol Bay and King Salmon. In the lower 40s, 42 also at Kodiak. Lows for tonight, you can see temperatures remain pretty contrasted from east to west here, with 10 below to 10 above here over the eastern interior. Teens down along the coast, teens to near 30 for the southeast coast, and mid-30s staying above freezing here over the, well, fair portion of the Yukon Kuskokwim Delta areas right out to the coastline. and lower 30s up to the north, even on the north slope there, lows in the 20s, lower 30s, and lower 40s is all it'll cool off to there for the Alaska Peninsula. And for the highs tomorrow, not much change. Lower 40s for the highs forecast there, all the way up to Pilot Point, Port Heiden. Mid to upper 30s again for the southwest areas. Shade above freezing for Nome, St. Lawrence Island. And still that southwest wind, downsloping winds keeping the north slope there above freezing tomorrow afternoon, but down in the mid to upper 20s for the Arctic coast. Eastern interior here, anywhere from 5 below here over the upper Tanana Valley, North Waitok area. Otherwise 5 to 15 everywhere else. And upper 20s North Gulf Coast, upper 30s Kodiak Island. And for the Panhandle, lower 30s for the highs tomorrow. Might reach 41 out on the coast at Sitka. 30s, mid to upper here, or mostly upper 30s for the Aleutians and Pribilofs. Tomorrow morning, late tonight, early tomorrow morning, flying with our IFR here. Again, low IFR probably as you approach the southern slopes of the western Brooks Range here. But IFR, good possibility, right on down across the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta, Norton Sound, Nunivak Island area, all the way down to about Cape Newenham with marginal VFR, Eastern Aleutians, Alaska Peninsula, spreading up to Kodiak Island. Marginal VFR, not too bad north of the Brooks Range there, just along the eastern Arctic coast. VFR over the Pribilofs, Adak and Atka, and here's this growing area of marginal VFR. Actually, it looks like IFR here, forecast to develop over the eastern Gulf of Alaska. And that persists through tomorrow. Some of that, again, could find its way over the inside waters. But VFR, North Gulf Coast, Cook Inlet, Tanana Valley areas. IFR, southern slopes of the Brooks Range. Also from the southern Seward Peninsula, down across the Yukon Delta, Nelson Island, on down to the Kilbrook Mountains with marginal VFR there across the Alaska Peninsula. Increasing IFR out here over the Central Bering Sea and the Pribilofs, Adak and Atka. Good VFR, marginal out here, snow showers out over the western Aleutians. And then for passes, Anaktuvik, same pattern, marginal VFR to VFR in the northern entrance. Possibility is some IFR times on the southern approach of both Anaktuvik and Adigan. Otherwise, same pattern forecast for both those passes. Lake Clark, Merrill, and rainy, all VFR. Tomorrow, same thing for windy. And Isabel, Mintasta, VFR, Tanita, VFR, and Portage, open again, Chilkoot and White, VFR. Freezing levels, upper level high pressure now aloft, so that means warm air aloft, 8,000 feet here over the northeast coast there, 2,000 feet all the way up into the Yukon, back to the west here along the southern Norton Sound coastline, west of Nunivak Island, 6,000 feet there near Kodiak. And for icing, again, much like we saw today, where the moisture is here in the west, that's your best chance of picking up some light to very isolated, moderate rime or mixed icing in the Alaska Peninsula, right up the west coast there, inland a ways, but probably not quite reaching the Kuskokwim Mountains, and then on up to the western Brooks Range, possibly the western Arctic coast, icing free everywhere to the east in the Panhandle, and maybe a little bit more icing way out west. Looking at the jet stream, again, south to north flow here, right along the west coast. That's why that front stalled out in that position, gradually edging eastward here as the pattern begins to rearrange itself a little, but southwesterlies, 120 knots now north of the state, and then the strong northeast wind at 120 knots coming out of Canada. That's south of Dixon Entrance, or right across the Queen Charlotte's there. So really no support at all for any kind of wind for the southeast coast. Otherwise, light winds here over the southeast interior. Southwesterlies 30 to 55 to as high as 60 knots blowing across the western Brooks Range. And then lighter winds for the Aleutians. And northeasterlies just 15 knots here for the Panhandle. Westerlies 25 for the North Gulf Coast. And maybe even at 30 knots at 3,000 feet. Otherwise high pressure, light winds southeast interior. Southerlies 40 to 45 knots here, diminished a little bit up to the north, but narrower band of strong winds now, and not quite as strong as what we saw the last couple of days. Light winds northeast, again strongest winds south of the Queen Charlotte's. High pressure, light winds, and then just southwest 20 to 25 in behind that. And moving on to turbulence. It's especially the western Brooks Range here, moderate chop into the north slope and not quite reaching the eastern Arctic coast, but light to isolated moderate chop there over to Barrow, and actually even the western coastline as well. And here along the southwest part of the state could be some moderate chop below about 5,000 feet, as well as the Alaska Peninsula, otherwise pretty smooth here for the eastern interior. And also all of the Aleutians, kind of a storm-free period for, well, at least a day in a row. And the Pribilofs could be some light to very isolated moderate chop there, the southern southeast coast, mostly for small aircraft. And after the break, I'll be back with a look at the marine forecasts.
We have a big solar flare coming in, so we're out here on an aurora hunt. It's a CME, it's dynamite, coronal mass ejection. It's when the sun, it kicks off energy and these explosions that are larger than the Earth, explosion type things coming off of sunspots. And if that energy is pointing straight at the Earth, it gets caught up in our magnetic field, and that energy, electrons, come down our magnetic field, collide with oxygen up there about 50 or a couple hundred miles high, and that's what generates the northern lights. My job as the photographer and the aurora hunter is to be in position, you know, location, location, location. And I like to think I'm composing. Mother Nature, it's a bit of a teamwork thing, you know, she's got to put on the show, but I have to be in the right position and of course with the right tools and the know-how. I've stopped keeping track of how much time I spend out here in terms of hours. It's more in terms of weeks or months, or at this point years now. You know, it was always in me. Even when I was a kid growing up in the lower 48, I would spend nights sleeping on our trampoline, just staring at the stars. I'm in 4th grade and I'm going, wow, look at those stars. And I'd see how many nights in a row I could sleep on the trampoline. And I think my record was 23 nights in a row. So I was doing kind of strange things for an Iowa country boy. I can remember specifically the very first time I saw the northern lights. It was 1989, the peak of the solar cycle, and I was going to graduate school in Laramie, Wyoming. And all of a sudden we had heard the northern lights were out. It's like, what are those? I'd never really seen them before. And my goodness gracious, we were on top of a mountain in the Laramie Range and they were turning blood red. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And the very first picture I took, that was 1990. Now, an old film camera, Pentax K1000 on a plastic Kmart tripod. Took 2 shots on slide film and got them back. And I thought, oh my gosh, this beautiful green thing swirling about. And from that moment, I was hooked. When I realized that you could preserve the auroras on film, I just experimented a ton. I'd had a heaping stack of slides, the no good ones. The experiments gone wrong, you know, too dark, fuzzy, out of focus, too light. I had this huge garbage can full of excess slide film, and that was just the learning curve. Well, when I go out here, it's all about getting the shot. And my wife and I, we've called it the hero shot. But the hero shot is the one where you just come home and you go, look at this. And everyone goes, wow, and you feel like a hero. It's a wonderful feeling, you know. It's good for the ego, of course. It's good for the business. But if you kind of strip that away, it's good for what's inside you, because that's really the hero moment in nature. And Mother Nature's putting on this show that is just mind-blowing. It's unbelievable. When I first resigned from my day job, that was in 1996, and decided I wanted to become a full-time aurora hunter, my goal from that moment to this day still is to get one hero shot a year. I figured, and I'm talking the kind that somebody wants to buy from you and hang on their wall, where the auroras are extremely bright, very active, turning colors, where you can't believe your eyes. If you get to preserve a little sample of that with a photograph, well, it's what we call the hero shot. Wow, what a feeling. I mean, oh, you're elevated, levitating, you're lifted up. Your spirits are so high that I love that feeling. And I think I get that so much from seeing cool things in nature that I will go way out of my way to find that. And I can, you know, the next day, well, I'll be just laying there thinking about it and thinking how lucky I was or how fortunate. Of course, I just, you know, spent 2 weeks sitting there staring at the sky and not seeing anything, so you got to remember that, you know, luck is kind of a relative term, but I still just feel incredibly lucky to be even in a position to where I could have been there, taken a photograph of it, and just mainly experienced it. Well, that feeling could last for days.
Welcome back. Well, northerly winds 15 knots inside waters here, except Northern Canal up to 20 knots there with 4-foot seas. Really light winds down there on the south coast, north to northeast, 10 to 15 knots, just 6-foot seas, and northwest at 20 up on the extreme north coast. Excuse me. Even lighter winds in store for Tuesday here. Southeast 10 knots, and that's it, with 4 to 6-foot seas, picking up to 15 there on the north coast. Light winds for Clarence Strait, 15 north, Stevens Passage, and 20 knots from the north of Northern Lane Canal. Prince William Sound and Northern Cook Inlet, light winds through tomorrow and probably Tuesday as well. West-southwest, 20 knots for the North Gulf Coast there. Sea's not too bad, 5 to 6 feet. Southwest 19, or southwest 15 with 9-foot seas there east of Kodiak Island. Light wind Shelikof Strait. Kind of a variable wind condition here, northeast for Cook Inlet and southeast for Kamishak Bay. And then for Tuesday, light wind still, Prince William Sound, Northern Cook Inlet, and 15 knots. South of the Forelands, northwest 15 Kamishak Bay. Westerly winds 20 knots for the Barrens and western North Gulf Coast, and the eastern Gulf Coast northwest 20. Pretty light winds out of the west there on the east side of Kodiak. And for Bristol Bay, small craft advisories, southeast winds 30 knots, 6-foot seas. Small craft advisories here for the Alaska Peninsula, south to southeast, 25 to 30 knots with 9 to 14-foot seas. And then 20-knot winds, Castle Cape to Sitkinak. For the Tuesday outlook, 20 to 25 now, so continuing a downward trend there for the peninsula. And still small craft advisories, though, for Bristol Bay. Even lighter winds southwest to Kodiak. Variable winds here over the eastern Aleutians, especially on Alaska Island, 15 to maybe 20 knots, and then northwest behind it, turning west-southwest, pretty light for the central Aleutians, southwest 20, west of Adak all the way to Shemya. And then the next system starts to affect the far western Aleutians there, so southerly winds increasing to 40 knots throughout the day with seas building to 15 feet. Small craft advisories developing there west of Adak, otherwise another light wind day here for both Adak and Atka. East-southeast at just 15 knots and seas only 6 to 9 feet. Northeast winds 10 to 15 knots there across the Fox Islands with seas down to 5 to 10 feet. And still tomorrow and tonight, gale warnings here south of Nunivak Island there to Cape Lisburne. Much lighter, southwest 15 for the Pribilofs. Hold on to the small craft advisories there, especially St. Matthew Island westward at 25, 14-foot seas, 30 knots from the south for St. Lawrence Island. And then for Tuesday, those winds come down to 20 knots there, southwest 20 for St. Matthew Island, Really light winds there for the Pribilof, seas 6 feet, and west-northwest 15 for the southwest coast. Arctic coast, southwest 20 on the east side, and then southerly picking up to 25 knots, and we've got brisk wind advisories here all the way down the west side to the Bering Strait for those southerly winds, 25 to 30 knots. And then for Tuesday, less wind, still kind of brisk wind advisories here, Cape Thompson to Cape Beaufort. And then gales here on the western coast, southwest 35 knots up to 30 knots on the central coast. And brisk wind advisories, southwesterlies for the entire eastern Beaufort Sea coastline. And looking at tonight, again, no change here. South central Alaska, light winds, areas of fog, Cook Inlet, Turnagain Arm, Knik Arm, and maybe Prince William Sound. Otherwise, light winds, mostly clear. Across the eastern half of the state, no change for the Panhandle as well, dry conditions. Southerly flow, still breezy, wet there for the Alaska Peninsula, right up into the southwest interior, and maybe some snow, especially on the southern slopes of the western Brooks Range, drier up to the north there, and a lot of snow showers out over the central and western Bering Sea and the Aleutians. And that front doesn't really edge too far to the east tomorrow, so we've got gales in advance of that across the southwest coast. Less wind, but still occasionally wet with the Alaska Peninsula. Moisture to the north along the upslope areas of the Brooks Range. No change over the central and southeast interior, all the way down the Panhandle, except look for increasing areas of low clouds and fog. And that trend continues into Tuesday as well, especially here over the Gulf of Alaska, kind of an expanding area of clouds, IFR, maybe even fog and drizzle, which may make it to the coast and inland a ways. Otherwise, this narrow band of light snow persists. A lot less wind over the interior areas, even the Bering Sea.
These forecasts are to be used for planning purposes only. Call 1-800-WX-BRIEF for a formal pre-flight briefing. Always file a flight plan before you go flying. The U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary urges you to leave a float plan with a friend or the harbor master before you go boating. Alaska Weather is made possible by the following sponsors.
The National Weather Service.
I think the Vietnam War drove a stake right into the heart of America. Unfortunately, we've never moved really far away from that, and we never recovered.
There was no way we could avoid telling this story. Wars are so extraordinarily revealing, obviously, of the worst of humanity, but as it turns out, also the best of humanity.